Go now. But we'll come back to you. We are coming back to you, Mr. Ogbole. Governor Aliu's team has come under fire, especially after those school children were lined up under the rain to welcome President Tinubu. Was this a show of poor judgment, and does the governor need to reshuffle his media and protocol team?
Basically, it would be wrong to hold the governor accountable for every misstep as far as this whole issue is concerned. When I saw the governor yesterday, I was personally very concerned for him in terms of his mental health. He looks very pensive, he looks very traumatized himself. So I can say he's not in the right frame of mind to take some of those micro decisions like putting school children out. I had it on authority that one of the henchmen at the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBED, was the one that requested that some secondary schools bring their children out there. I know the governor is not aware of that, and the governor wouldn't approve of school children lying out in the rain. That is one thing I can assure you of. And then number two, I know the president himself will not want that kind of welcome, where you endanger the health and the lives of school children in the name of solidarity. That was totally wrong. I want to urge the governor of Benue State to investigate that and to bring that particular officer who ordered the school children to come out in the rain to book. That is not a reflection of the kind of responses that we should be having at this kind of time.
Yeah, Mr.
You notice also that...
Mr. Ogbole, the governor is the one hosting, the state hosting Mr. President. The governor is the chief executive of the state. Would somebody order children out and stay in the rain without the knowledge of the governor? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, just like somebody who is a special assistant on coalition and support groups ordered that coalition and support group should come in colorful uniforms to welcome the president. He even had his letter-headed paper that he wrote that circular on. And later, when the governor got to know about it, he was reprimanded, and he had to come up with an apology, open apology to retract that later. It's a sign of confusion and lack of coordination as far as the government apparatus is concerned. And this situation seems to be taking advantage of the governor's, a mental situation right now. So there's no coordination in the media appearances.
Okay, you want to go on?
Yeah. Right. Well, do you think that President Tinubu's visit right now the president has come to Benue State, do you think that there is going to be a turning point in the security situation in Benue State? Are you convinced?
I am not convinced yet. A visit is as good as what has been discussed and the line of action that has been reached in a visit. So I think we missed the point, or we missed the opportunity or the moment to score a point against terror yesterday in Benue State. A strong message should have been sent to the apparatus of terror that is holding Nigeria hostage all across, from northeast to northwest, to central Nigeria, even to the southern part of Nigeria, southwest, southeast. There is a terror, there is a menace right now, and our military is overstretched to her limit. We don't have enough to combat. Nigeria is hemorrhaging. A strong message should have been sent yesterday from Benue State, an epicenter of violence, unprovoked attacks, to the rest of the terror apparatus of Nigeria. Yesterday, Benue State was just a pulpit for the president to preach justice and to preach safety for Nigerians. That opportunity was missed because a whole bulk of his speech was on political lectures, and then the security and justice was just a final addendum to it.
All right.
So he didn't really give hope, he didn't really give assurance. So we are not sure that the situation will have a turnaround.
Okay, just a quick one. You said the political lecture, but also let's look at briefly at this other aspect. The governors seem to, the political class, whether the federal and the state level, are so divided. And for the president to say, let there be a committee that will involve ex-governor and some other individuals, suggests something that if you don't put the political climate in Benue State together, you may have a series of breakdown of law and order. So what is the situation? How can we manage this drift, this division between the political class in your states?
You see, every division among political class in a state is premised on one thing, and that thing is called interest. When somebody feels shortchanged as far as his interest in terms of the governance structure is concerned, he feels aggrieved. When another person feels that his interest is about also to be subverted, he feels aggrieved. So it's a battle of interest. One fighting to have more interest, and another fighting to preserve the current interest that they have. So, but all of these things are a sign that the major element in governance, which is the office of the citizen, has not risen to have full role and responsibility yet across Nigeria and a major portion of Africa. That has occasioned the fact where politicians think that governance is all about them. Governance is not all about them. The people gave you power on trust in a social contract for 4 years, and if by reason of some mercy or grace or extension, 8 years. The people really own the power. So the people should be the substance, the end point, the major point of consideration as far as governance is concerned. Right. Not the interest of two factions, one in Makurdi, one in Abuja. No, we are getting it all wrong. Governance is about the people, not about the interests of a few politicians. Yes. And it is high time to enlighten the masses so that they can rise up and exercise their power as the office of the citizens and begin to demand accountability from these leaders.
Well, Mr.
Once
Ogbole,
the office of the citizen rises, like
Mr.
it did in Kenya,
Mr.
like
Ogbole,
it did
I
in
need to throw in this question because we have run out of time.
Just leaders will sit up. So, as it is now, let them throw away their personal ego. Abuja camp, Makurdi camp, throw away their personal ego and look to the interest of the people of Benue.
All right. Now that I have your attention, President Tinubu made a statement and he said the life of a human is more important than that of a cow. How significant is that statement? In 30 seconds, we just have 30 seconds.
The significance of that statement varies from culture to culture. Because as soon as President Tinubu left Benue, the Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, McBan, issued a statement. And what was the statement? They said about 40,000 of their cows have been killed. So while Tinubu is there protesting for human lives, they are protesting for the lives of cows. So that statement varies from culture to culture in terms of significance. For the Fulanis, they value their cow more than they value human lives. It's President Tinubu that values human life more than the lives of cows. All
right. Thank you so much for your contributions on the program. It was a pleasure speaking with you this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day, TVC.
You too.
Well, that's where we'll leave the conversation this morning. We hope that the life of every Nigerian and every human is important to us all. Well, we'll now hand you over to our Lagos studio where Veronica and the rest of the crew are standing by to continue.